Alright, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. Today we've got one case of 2024 Leaf of the baseball to get into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, BMC.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know we go live at eBay Live. Also, to mention no credit necessary for link down in the description. Box number 1. Jackson Churio, 5 of 5. Ryan Sandberg, 7 of 9. Keter Montero, 3 of 8. Luke Shaw, 5 of 7. Landon Rupp, 1 of 5. Seth Hernandez, 3 of 6. And Jesus Mate, 9 of 10. Cam Cazell, 3 of 10. Quentin Young, 10 of 10. Jacob Melton, 3 of 4. Noah Schultz, 4 of 5. Charlie Condon, Pop Art, 6 out of 10. Braden Taylor, 3 of 4. And Matt Shaw, 9 of 10. Jalen Flores, 3 of 7. AJ Gracia, 3 of 3. Yober Diaz, 4 of 9. Blake Burke, 4 of 10. George Lombard Jr., 3 of 4. Eric Patoni, 1 of 4. And printing plate 1 of 1 for Josue DePaula. Fernando Tatis, 2 of 10. Gavin Turley, 1 of 1. Ava Arquette, 1 of 5. Seaver King, 9 of 10. Chuck Knobloch, 2 of 8. Eddie Reinders, 5 of 10. And Emmanuel Rodriguez, 1 of 9. Box number 5, Nick Kurtz, 1 of 6. Colt Emerson, 2 of 7. Daniel Savette, 6 of 8. Griffin Burkholder, 3 of 10. Tyler Bremner, 6 of 10. Faheba Aloy, 4 of 4. And Connor Griffin, 2 of 9. Braden Taylor, 3 of 4. Jared Thomas, 8 of 9. Jordan Beck, 5 of 5. Braylon Payne, 3 of 4. Logan Evans, 7 of 7. Ashedri Vargas, 4 of 9. And Quentin Young and Steve Monster Miller, 2 of 3 dual auto. That'll be going to random.org here at the end of the break. Stay tuned for that if you have either of those guys. Kobe Mayo, 4/5. Scott Rowland, 9/9. Peyton Toll, 1/3. Gary Gill-Hill, 6/8. Caleb Boner, 6/6. Roderick Arias, 4/4. And Burt Blyleven, Jeff Reardon, 1/4. Box number 8. Gary Gill-Hill, 3/5. Drew Burris, 1/2. Kristen Scott, 1/6. Kyle Lindsay, 8/9. Hagen Smith, 1/10. Cam Caminiti, 2/4. And triple auto, Charlie Condon, Young Fernandez, and Jared Thomas, 1/10. Nice. Box number 9. Walker Yanek, 1/9. Ricky Henderson, 2/2. Nick Kurtz, 10/10. Daniel Spadio, 4/5. Carter Holton, 6/9. Brooks Lee, 10/10. And quad auto, 1/1. Travis Bazzana, Chase Burns, Charlie Condon, and Nick Kurtz. Boom. And final box of the break, box number 10. Good luck, everybody. Sammy Sosa, 1/8. James Wood, 9/10. Wellington Herrera, 4/5. Caleb Lomavita, 3/7. Miguel Blaze, 7/7. Trent Caraway, 1/6. And Dylan Cruz, 5/5 to close us out. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being part of the break as always. Go ahead and get a hit recap going real quick, then we'll take care of the randoms. You're at NT NASCAR. That is coming up in about 5-10 minutes, somewhere there. And then Pop is around 30 minutes away. For the hits, Jackson Churio, Ryan Sandberg, Keeter Montero, Luke Shaw, Landon Rupp, Seth Hernandez, Jesus Mate, Cam Cazell, Quinn Young, Jacob Elton, Noah Schultz, Charlie Condon, Braden Taylor, Matt Shaw, Jalen Flores, AJ Gracia, Yober Diaz, Blake Burke, George Lombard Jr., Eric Petoni, Josue DePaula, Fernando Tatis, Gavin Turley, Ava Arquette, Seaver King, Chuck Knobloch, Eddie Reinders, Emmanuel Rodriguez, Nick Kurtz, Colt Emerson, Daniel Savette, Griffin Burkholder, Tyler Bremner, Vaheba Aloy, Connor Griffin. Braden Taylor, Jared Thomas, Jordan Beck, Braylon Payne, Logan Evans, Eshedri Vargas, Kobe Mayo, Scott Rowland, Peyton Toll, Gary Gill-Hill, Caleb Boner, Roderick Arias, Gary Gill-Hill. Drew Burris, Christian Scott, Kellen Lindsay, Hagen Smith, Cam Caminiti, Walker Yanek, Ricky Henderson, Nick Kurtz, Daniel Espanio, Carter Holton, Brooks Lee, Sammy Sosa, James Wood, Wellington Herrera, Caleb Lomavita, Miguel Blaze, Trent Caraway, Dylan Cruz. And for the multis, going to random.org, duels for Quentin Young, Steve Monster-Millum, and Burt Blyleven and Jeff Reardon. Triple for Charlie Condon, Young Fernandez, and Jared Thomas. And quad auto of Travis Bazzana, Chase Burns, Charlie Condon, and Nick Kurtz. 1/1. All right, we're going to get random.org pulled up and good to go here in a second. Thank you guys for being here. Really do appreciate that on a Friday morning. Look forward to having you back in here for some more Vivid here in the next couple days. And if you are in NT NASCAR or Pop, that is coming up shortly, then Electrum is top of the hour. Get you guys back in here for that as well. To random.org we go. Alright, we've got random.org pulled up and good to go. Gotta roll some dice. Get with your how to be valid for us. And we're going to go 4 times on each random. Good luck, everybody. Starting off with Quentin Young and Steve Monster Millen. That is 3 times. Final roll. Quentin Young coming out on top. Congratulations. Burt Bly 11 and Jeff Reardon. Dual auto. That is 3 times. Final roll. Jeff Reardon coming out on top. Charlie Condon, Young P.L. Fernandez, and Jared Thomas. Final roll. Jared Thomas coming out on top. And finally, Travis Bazzana, Chase Burns, Charlie Condon, Nick Kurtz. Quad auto 1 of 1. Final roll. Chase Burns, congratulations. Alright, that is it for baseball. We'll be back with NT NASCAR here in a few minutes. Gonna get that set up and good to go. Alright, welcome in everybody to the BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. Today we've got one case of 2024 Panini NT NASCAR to get into. While I get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, bmc.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know we go live at eBay Live. Also, need to mention no purchase necessary. Link down in the description. White Sparkle number 1. Bill Elliott, Connor Mossack, and Tony Stewart. Ty Gibbs out of 49. Chase Elliott 2 of 10. Josh Berry 60 of 99. Josh Williams 98 of 99. Kyle Busch 58 of 75. Dual patch Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott 91 of 99. 1 of 10, Greg Biffle. Ooh. Chase Briscoe, 7 of 10. Sick patch. Very nice. Carl Edwards, 1 of 25. And Miss Tony B, 62 of 99. No, this is definitely not our last case. There will be more going up. No worries for that. Denny Hamlin, Jeff Gordon, and Chase Elliott for the White Sparkles. Austin Cindric out of 49. 22 of 35, Kyle Petty. Chris Buescher out of 99. Eric Almirola out of 99. Wow, great patch. 12 of 99, Greg Biffle. Michael McDowell, 9 of 10. Patch auto, 10 of 10, Justin Allgaier. 2023 Prime, Tyler Reddick out of 25. And Shadow Box out of 99 for Justin Allgaier. And 46 of 49, Kyle Busch, quad patch auto. Greg Biffle, Carl Edwards, Justin Haley on the White Sparkles. Box number 3. Corey Heim, 24 of 49. Kyle Larson, 18 of 35. Matt Mills, 11 of 25. Michael McDowell, 3 of 25. Dual patch, 2 of 99. Zane Smith and Corey LaJoy. Miss Tony B, 91 of 99. Todd Dillon out of 99. Jeb Burton, 10 of 99. Dual auto. Chandler Smith and Sheldon Creed. Redemption. And 38 of 49. Shane Van Gisbergen. Bang. This is the first time I've had like a really good SVG out of this. We've been trying, but finally. Final box to break, box number 4. White Sparkles. Eric Almirola, and Jimmy Johnson. Michael McDowell out of 49. Darryl Waltrip, 5 of 10. Jeffrey Earnhardt, 65 of 75. Denny Hamlin, 20 of 25. 2 of 6. Zane Smith, tire patch auto booklet. Boom. Fantastic. Chase Elliott out of 99. Brett Moffitt, 16 of 99. Oh, nice. Matt DiBenedetto, 6 of 10. Great patch. Also a great patch. Ryan Newman, 49 of 49. And final card of the break will be Joey Logano, 8 of 15. Boom. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being part of the break, as always. Go ahead and get a hit recap going, then we'll take care of the randoms. You're in 2025 Leaf Metal Pop Century. That is coming up in a few minutes. Going to get this taken care of and get that set up. For the hits, Bill Elliott, Connor Mossack, Tony Stewart, Todd Gibbs, Chase Elliott, Josh Berry, Josh Williams, Kyle Busch, Greg Biffle, Chase Briscoe, Carl Edwards, Tony Bradinger, Denny Hamlin, Jeff Gordon, Chase Elliott, Austin Cindric, Kyle Petty, Chris Buescher, Eric Almirola, Greg Biffle, Michael McDowell, Justin Allgaier, Tyler Reddick, Justin Allgaier, and Kyle Busch. Greg Biffle, Carl Edwards, Justin Haley, Corey Heim, Kyle Larson, Matt Mills, Michael McDowell, Tony B, Todd Dillon, Jeb Burton, Shane Van Gisbergen, Eric Almirola, Jimmy Johnson, Michael McDowell, Darryl Waltrip, Jeffrey Earnhardt, Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, Brett Moffitt, Matt DiBenedetto, Ryan Newman, Joe Logano, Zane Smith, and for the duels, going to random.org here in a second, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Zane Smith, and Corey LaJoy, Chandler Smith, Sheldon Creed. All right, thank you guys so much yet again for being here on a Friday morning. Really do appreciate that. We're going to head to random.org and get these taken care of real quick. Then we're on to 2025 Leaf Metal Pop Century. And at the top of the hour is Electrum Football. See you guys back in here for those. All right, we've got Brandon the Dork pulled up and good to go. Got to roll some dice. Got to clear hard to be valid for us. We're going to go. Oh, nope. There we go. We're going to go 7 times on the randoms. Good luck, everybody. Starting off with Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson. Dual patch. That is 6 times. Final roll. Chase Elliott staying on top. Congratulations. Next up is Zane Smith, Corey LaJoie. That is 6 times. Final roll. Corey LaJoie coming out on top. And finally, dual auto, Chandler Smith and Sheldon Creed. That is 6 times. Final roll. Sheldon Creed taking it home. Congratulations. All right, that will do it for NASCAR. We are on to Pop here in a few minutes. We'll get that set up and good to go. See you guys back here then. Alright, welcome in everybody to the BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm Beasley. We've got one case of 2025 Leaf Metal Pop Century to get into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, bmc.collectibles, and save the seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks. And let you know we go live and eBay Live. Also, to mention no purchase necessary for link down in the description. And I believe if you check eBay right now, we have 2023 Pop ending currently. It's an all-day affair. Box number 1. Good luck, everybody. Start with our press proofs. Amber Rose and Oriani. Gata, 16/20. Tyson Beckford, 5/5. Mystery Redemption for the Mystery Redemption spot. And Jesse Metcalf, inscribed on card 51/100. Benedict Cumberbatch and Brooke Burke. Chris Kirkpatrick, 2/3. Ali LaForce, 1/15. Dina Manoff, 2/6. And Robert De Niro, 1/1. Boom. Amelia Clark, Hulk Hogan, Tony Orlando, 15/25. Susie Quattro, 1/1. Dan Aykroyd, 1/1. And Tommy Lee, 1/1. Nice. It's a good box. Tim Curry and Marley Shelton. Sada Baby, 2/2. Dave East, 14/25. Christy Swanson, 1/1. And Sarah Michelle Gellar, 210/500. John Travolta and Susie Quattro. Trade the Truth, 1/1. PJ Souls, Scream Team, 4/4. Frank Ferrum, 1/6. And a 1/1. Sextuple Auto, co-stars, Charlie Sheen, Tom Berenger, Keith David, Kevin Dillon, John C. McGinley, and Tony Todd. Boom. This is our second time pulling one of these. And that will be going to random.org at the end of the break. I believe the last time the winner was Keith David. See if that repeats itself. Robert De Niro, and Oriani. John Capellas, 1 of 10. Bamke Janssen, Scream Team, 1 of 2. Engelbert Humperdinck, 4 of 5. And Paul Rudd, Sci-Fi, 1 of 1. Rosario Dawson, and triple press proof for John Schneider, Catherine Buck, and Tom Wopat. Dale Bazeo, 7 of 15. Roger L. Jackson, 7 of 7. Jamie Presley, 1 of 3. And Priscilla Presley, 1 of 1. Box number 8. Bernadette Stannis and Melissa Gorga. Dolph Lundgren, 3 of 4. Sean Gunn, 1 of 5. Marissa Tomei, 6 of 6. And Andrew Garfield, 1 of 1. Got Spider-Man and Jane. Jenny McCarthy, and dual printing plate for Giselle Bundchen and Christy Brinkley. Oriani, 6 of 6. Lara Flynn Boyle, 1 of 1. Bernadette Stannis, 4 of 6. And dual auto, Charlie Sheen and John C. McGinley, 1 of 1. And that'll be going to random.org as well as the others. Final box of the break, box number 10. Good luck, everybody. Danny Glover and Pam Grier. Gianni Paolo, 4 of 8. John Travolta, 4 of 5. Robin Thicke, 4 of 4. And final card of the break will be an on-card encased Guy Gilchrist. Super Grover, indeed. 26 out of 100. What a guy. All right. Go ahead and get a hit recap going real quick, then we'll take care of the randoms. If you're looking for Elite Electrum football, that's coming up at the top of the hour. Stay tuned for that. For the hits, Amber Rose, Oriani, Gata, Tyson Beckford, Mystery Redemption, Jesse Metcalf, Brooke Burke, Benedict Cumberbatch, Chris Kirkpatrick, Ali LaForce, Dina Manoff, Robert De Niro, Emilia Clarke, Hulk Hogan, Tony Orlando, Susie Quattro, Dan Aykroyd, Tommy Lee, Marley Shelton, Tim Curry, Sada Baby, Dave East, Christy Swanson, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Susie Quattro, John Travolta, Trade the Truth, PJ Souls, Frank Fair, Oriani, Robert De Niro, John Kapelos, and Famke Janssen. Engelbert Humperdinck, Paul Rudd, Rosario Dawson, Dale Bazeo, Roger L. Jackson, Jamie Presley, Priscilla Presley, Bernadette Stannis, Melissa Gorga, Dolph Lundgren, Sean Gunn, Marissa Tomei, Andrew Garfield, Jenny McCarthy, Oriani, Laura Flynn Boyle, Bernadette Stannis, Danny Glover, Pam Grier, Gianni Paolo, John Travolta, Robin Thicke, Guy Gilchrist. And for everything going to random.org. Start off with the press proofs. Printing plate 1 of 1 for Giselle Bundchen and Christy Brinkley. And triple for John Schneider, Catherine Buck, and Tom Wopat. Dual auto 1 of 1 for Charlie Sheen and John C. McGinley. And sextuple auto 1 of 1, Charlie Sheen, Tom Berenger, Keith David, Kevin Dillon, John C. McGinley, and Tony Todd. All right. We're going to head to random.org and get these knocked out here in just a second. Pure and Electrum football that is coming up at the top of the hour. So in a few minutes, stay tuned, and we'll get to that shortly. For the rest of you, thank you so much for being here, being part of the break. Like I said, we do have 2023 pop that is ending right now over on eBay. And then we will have more 2025 tomorrow, I do believe. So, look forward to having y'all back in here sometime soon. And I hope you have a great weekend up ahead of you. To random.org we go. All right, we've got random.org pulled up and good to go. Got to roll some dice. Got to be hard to be valid for us. And we're going to go 7 times on the randoms. Good luck, everybody. Going to start off with Giselle Bundchen and Christy Brinkley. Dual printing plate. Press proof. That is 6 times. Final roll. Giselle Bundchen coming out on top. Congratulations. Next up is... That's not right. This one. Oh, wait, no, this is right. John Schneider, Catherine Bach, Tom Wopat. This was a press proof as well. 7 times on it. That is 6 times. Final roll. Tom Wopat coming out on top. Congratulations. Next up is the dual auto of Charlie Sheen and John C. McGinley. 1 of 1. That is 6 times. Final roll. Charlie Sheen coming out on top. Congratulations. And finally, 1 of 1. Sextuple auto for Platoon. Charlie Sheen, Tom Berenger, Keith David, Kevin Dillon, John C. McGinley, and Tony Todd. That is 6 times. Final roll. And it is Charlie Sheen coming out on top. Congratulations. Wow. All right, that will do it for Pop. We're going to get Electrum football set up and good to go here in a second. Catch you guys back here for that. And thank you guys for being here on a Friday. All right, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. Today we've got one case of 2024 Lethal Electrum football to get into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, bmc.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know we go live and eBay Live. Also, you to mention no purchase necessary from link down in the description. When does Leaf into the baseball break? That broke at the very start of the day. So since you're here on YouTube, you can just tap like right here and drag it all the way back to the start, and you'll be good to go with Vivid. Good luck. Box number 1, Haj Malik Williams out of 45. Caden Veldkamp out of 45. Austin Jones, 9/10. Aaron Butler, 17/25. Jeray Tank Hawkins, 3/4. Nate Frazier, 8/8. Cody Schrader, 5/6. Vince Young, 2/8. Jawar Jordan, 38/59. And Carson Beck, 15/25. Kendrick Law out of 25. Sammy Brown out of 25. Rodney Hill out of 45. Caleb Jackson, 3/10. Jordan McLeod, 19/25. Damari Alston out of 59. Achilles Smith Jr. out of 59. George Halani, 2/25. Aaron Beasley, 1/25. And Ashton Genty, 1/3. Boom. Christian Vallejo out of 45. Siobhan Cordero out of 45. Aaron Beasley, 4/10. AJ Swan out of 25. Cardinal Tate, 3/6. Lewis Bond out of 59. Victor Rosa, 1/8. TJ Harden out of 59. Ja'Kai Douglas out of 59. And dual auto, Fran Tarkenton and Terry Bradshaw, 7/8. That'll be headed to random.org unless somebody was wise enough to buy them both. Go Gators. Ew, that's nasty. Jake Garcia out of 45. Devontae Walker out of 25. Vince Young, 2/5. Jonte Cook out of 45. Jaden Voisin out of 59. Matthew Sluka out of 25. Jacob DeJesus out of 59. Kendall Bolton out of 59. Trey Taylor, 5/8. And Brett Favre, heavy metal, 8/8. Box number 5, Ozzie Newsome out of 45. Will Rogers out of 45. Luke Altmaier, 18/25. Pat Bryant out of 45. Jaden McGowan out of 59. Denzel Gardner, 9/25. CJ Daniels, 10/25. Cody Epps, 19/25. Dominic Lovett, 14/15. And Shador Sanders, 43/49. Champ Bailey out of 45. Taj Brooks out of 45. Trevor Etienne out of 45. Lawrence Taylor, heavy metal, out of 45. Brady Lichtenberg out of 59. Josh Hoover, 1 of 6. Holden Willis, 4 of 15. Mason Taylor, 4 of 59. Brennan Sullivan out of 59. And Jackson Dart, 58 of 59. Malik Rutherford out of 45. Tiger Bachmeyer, 24 of 45. Mason Taylor, 3 of 4. Grayson McCall, 30 of 45. Riley Leonard, the portal, 1 of 1. Nice. Lad McConkey, 1 of 5. Ashton Daniels, 7 of 7. Austin Mack, 11 of 25. Brian Westcoat, 35 of 59. Dylan Gabriel, 5 300-yard passing games. And Chris Henry, 8 of 25. Box number 8, Damian Martinez, 6 of 25. Ollie Gordon, 3 of 25. Dylan Gabriel, 1 of 2. Carson Beck, 15 of 25. Rodney Hill, 2 of 25. Sammy Brown, out of 59. Rasheen Ali, out of 59. Evan Prater, out of 59. Jeremiah Love, 3 of 6. And Thomas Castellanos, 2 of 7. Box number 9, Elijah Brown, 3 of 10. Ryan Flournoy, out of 25, 16 to 25. Eli Manning, 24 of 45. Samaj Morgan, 4 of 10. Jermaine Burton, 45 of 49. George McIntyre, 1 of 25. Travion Henderson, 2 of 8. Ricky White, out of 59. Brock Vandegrift, out of 15. And Tyrone McMillan, heavy metal, 10 of 49. And final box to break, box number 10. Good luck, everybody. Go Buckeyes. Ew. Peyton Manning, 6 of 25. Amarian Hampton, 18 of 45. Tyrone McMillan, heavy metal, 19 of 25. Jermaine Burton, out of 45. Deion Burks, 8 of 8. Jalua Solomon, out of 59. Quentin Cooley, 4 of 10. Nicholas Singleton, 6 of 15. Taquan Roberson, 19 of 59. Damian Martinez, first team All-American Crystal Ball. And Cam Ward, the portal, 5 of 8. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being part of the break, as always. Going to go ahead and get a hit recap going, then we'll take care of the randoms. Well, random singular, actually. All right, for the hits, Chris Henry Jr., Dylan Gabriel, Brian Westco, Austin Mack, Ashton Daniels, Grayson McCall, Brendan Sullivan, Holden Willis, Brady Lichtenberg, Champ Bailey, Dominic Lovett, CJ Daniels, Denzel Gardner, Brett Favre, Devontae Walker, Cardinal Tate, AJ Swan, Aaron Beasley, Siobhan Cordero, Cameron Ward, Damian Martinez, Deion Burks, Rock Vandegrift, George McIntyre, Eli Manning, Elijah Brown, Evan Prater, Carson Beck, Dylan Gabriel, Damian Martinez, Christian Vallejo, Ashton Genty, Aaron Beasley, George Halani, Achilles Smith Jr., Damari Alston, Cody Schrader, Aaron Butler, Austin Jones, Caden Beltcamp, Haj Malik Williams, Carson Beck, Nicholas Singleton, Quentin Cooley, Jalua Solomon, Jermaine Burton, Amarian Hampton, Peyton Manning, Jermaine Burton, Jeremiah Love, Ollie Gordon, Ja'Kai Douglas, Lewis Bond, Jordan McLeod, Caleb Jackson, Kendrick Law, Jawar Jordan, Nate Frazier, Jeray Tank Hawkins, Lad McConkey, Mason Taylor, Malik Rutherford, Jackson Dart, Mason Taylor, Josh Hoover, Lawrence Taylor, Cody Epps, Jaden McGowan, Pat Bryant, Luke Altmaier, Ozzie Newsome, Kendall Milton, Jacob DeJesus, Matthew Slocum, Jaden Boyson, Jonte Cook, Jake Garcia, Daquan Roberson, Tetairoa McMillan, Ricky White, Travion Henderson, Samaj Morgan, Ryan Flournoy, Thomas Castellanos, Rasheen Ali, Sammy Brown, Rodney Hill, Riley Leonard, Tiger Bachmeyer, Trevor Etienne, Taj Brooks, Shador Sanders, Will Rogers, Trey Taylor, Vince Young, TJ Harden, Victor Rosa, Rodney Hill, Sammy Brown, Vince Young. And going to random.org real quick here at the end. Fran Tarkenton, Terry Bradshaw, dual auto out of 8. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being here, being part of the break as always. Really do appreciate that, especially on Friday. Do look forward to having you back in here. We do have a lot more football products that are up and running. It is that time of the year. Season is almost upon us. So, we're going to head to random.org and take care of this. And then that will be it for us for today. To random.org we go. All right, we've got random.org pulled up and good to go. Got to roll some dice. Got to figure out how to be valid for us. And we're going to go 4 times on the random. Fran Tarkenton, Terry Bradshaw, dual auto. That is 3 times. And final roll. And it will be Fran Tarkenton staying on top. Congratulations. All right, that will do it for us. Thank you guys again. This has been BMC Collectibles Breaks. Have a great weekend.